Hello everyone and welcome back to Python Interview Hack by Python Academy. So we are presenting a new video in our series Python Interview Hack. So directly jump on the problem statement. The problem statement is a left rotation operation on an array shifts each of the array's element to one unit to the left. For example, if two left rotation are performed on the array, so array elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then the array would become 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 because we are having two left rotation means all the elements are shifted to the left by 2. So given an array A of n integer and a number D, perform D left rotation on the array. So A is our array and D is the number of rotation. So return the updated array to be printed as a single line of space separated integer. So output will be an array. So in a single line means always array is in the single line means it is a single dimensional array you can say. So this will be the output. So for our program the input will be an array of integer that is A and the number of rotation in integer that is D. Means for our program there are two inputs, one is the array of integer and second is the number of rotation. So now we will implement this using Python. So before implementation, first we will understand the logic behind this. So now we are having the array of integer. So in our Python code, we will consider array as a list. So we will take one list of integer. So suppose we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the elements of the list and the number of rotation are 4. So we need to shift each and every element to the left side by one unit place. So for rotation 4, so we need to shift elements 4 times. So first rotation 1, so for rotation 1, so 1 is the first element in your array, so this there is no left position, so 1 will get appended at the end of the array. So 2 will take the position of 1, 3 will take the position of 2, 4 will take the position of 3 and 5 will take the position of 4. So for rotation 1 you will get a resultant array like this. For rotation 2, again for 2 there is no left position, so 2 will get appended at the end of the array and 3 will take the position of 2, 4 will take the position of 3, 5 will take the position of 4 and 1 will take the position of 5. So in this way you will get the resultant array when rotation is 2. So again when rotation is 3, so again 3 will get appended at the end and each and every element will shifted to the left side by position 1. For rotation 4, again one element that is 4, so there is no left place to get shifted, so 4 will get appended at the end because we are having rotation. So again 5 will take the position of 4, 1 will take the position of 5. So in this way we will get the resultant array when user has entered rotation number of rotation that is 4. So for this we need to implement in Python. So we will consider list for our array. So first we will take the input for the list. So all the inputs are integer in this case. So first we will take the input for the array. So here A is our array that is nothing but the list and we are taking input from the user using input function. So we have entered all the elements of the array space separated. So whenever we use the input function to take the input from the user, so input will be always in the form of string and then we need to convert into the integer. So first we have entered so many numbers in a single line. So first we need to split it. So using split function we will convert this string into the list, but in the list you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are in the string. So first you need to convert that string into the integer. So in our Python, we are having map function. So what map function will do? Map function will take one by one input from any sequence, and then it will apply some function, and result will be in the form of sequence. So here we are using map function, and our function is int because we need to convert that number into the integer. So here this is nothing but a list because input dot split, so split will give you output in the form of string, and one by one will converted into the int, 2 will converted into the int, 3 will converted, 4 and then 5. So here we have converted that sequence into the list, so that a is, we are having one input a, so it is in the form of list, and this list is the array of integer, you can say. So each and every element in the list are integer. So here we have taken one input, that is array. Second input for our program is the number of rotation. So again it is integer, so we are converting that input into the integer. So here we have entered 4. So number of rotation is 4 and elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we will implement the logic mentioned above. So for that we need to implement a for loop so that it will iterate through each and every rotation. So for I in range D, so I is the iterating variable, and here range D is nothing but 4. So it will create a sequence from 0 to 4. 4 will not included. So 0, 1, 2, 3 is there. So for iteration 1, so we will have, so in our logic for iteration 1 you can see, so 1 is at index position 0, so we will take that first element and we will append at the end of the element, and we will take this remaining list from index position 1 up to the end. So for that we are using slicing. So index position 1 up to the end. So we will take all the element from the index position 1, and then we will append the first element which is at index position 0. So this will give you error because when we check the type of this is slicing, so it will give you list. But when we check the type of this a of 0, so it will give you integer. So no compatibility is there, we cannot add integer into the list. So we can add list with list, we can add integer into the integer, but we cannot add list with integer. So for that we need to insert something different. So here our array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rotation is 4. So here we are taking same for loop here from 1 up to the end, means from index position 1 up to the end we are taking the slicing, and for the first data, means for the first integer which is at the index position 1, it should be in the form of list, so that we can be able to add these. So how to create that integer into the list? So simple is there. So we can use slicing. So from index position 0 to 1, so 1 will not be there, so obviously it will take only single element which is present at index position 0, but it will take that element in the form of string, sorry, list. So when you check the type of this, so it will show you it is a list. Or you can implement like this, simply add the outer bracket so that that integer will convert into the list, and then you will be add these two lists, and resultant will again store at a. So for a we are printing here, so first time one rotation will happen, so 1 which is at the index position 0 will be appended at the end, then 2 will take the position of 1, 3 will take the position of 2, 4 will take the position of 3, and 5 will take the position of 4. So in this way for rotation 1 you will get this resultant array. Then again same procedure will happen. So for rotation 2 this array is the result, for rotation 3 this array will the result, and for rotation 4 means for rotation 4 which we have inserted as the input, so you will get a resultant array. So here you can print, so you can comment this. So I am printing here a, so that I can show you that for each and every step one rotation, one left position shifted is happening here. So here we will get our program, but this will work fine. But when we are having hundreds of element in the list, hundreds of element in the array, so this for loop will execute for hundred of times, so code complexity will increase. So this should not happen, so we should optimize our code. So here we will implement some different logic. So again, suppose we are having same elements in our list 1 2 3 4 5. So when rotation is 1, so you can see when rotation is 1, so one element from the starting of your array will be appended at the end. So here we are having remaining list, so remaining list and one will be added or the appended at the end of the list. When rotation is 2, means for rotation 2, so two element will be added at the end. When rotation is 3, so three elements are added in the end, and for rotation is 4, so four element is added at the end. So we will implement this logic. So here again we are having a is our list of integer and d is the number of rotation here, that is 4. So here a colon d. So a colon d means there is by default index position 0 up to the d. So d is 4, 4 is not inclusive. So from index position 0 to the 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So we will take the array of 1 2 3 4. So here we are having 1 2 3 4, and from d up to the end, means if you are having hundreds of element in your list, so it will take from index position 4 up to the end, so it will take the remaining element, and then using this we can add these two things. So first we will take this, then we will add this element. So here in a single statement you will get the resultant array. So now we will make one function. So function will have a reusable code. So using function you can execute that code multiple times with different inputs. So here we are creating one function, that is rotation left, and parameters are a, which is nothing but the list of integer, and d is the number of rotation. So again we are returning, so from index position d up to the end, and then we will add from index position 0 up to the index position d. So you will get the output like this when array is 1 2 3 4 5. So here we are calling that function, so rotation left, and we are passing a list of integers. So right now in this list we are having 10 elements and the number of rotation is 5. So you can see, so first 5 element means from 1 2 3 4 5 will be appended at the end, and the remaining element, which is from number 6 up to the 10, so it will added at the first, and remaining element means 1 2 3 4 5 will be added to these elements. So here you will get output. So this will work, but this will not work when number of rotation is more than the length of the list. So here you can see when rotation is 5, so 5 is equal to the length of the list. So when rotation is 5, so you will get the resultant array same as our input array. So you will get again 1 will be shifted to here, 2 will be shifted here, 3 will be shifted, then 4 and 5 will be at the end. So again when rotation is 5 means it is equal number of the length of your array. So you will get a same array as your input. So when we will take some number of rotation which is more than your length of list, so this logic will not work. So here you can see output is 1 2 3 4 5, but it should not happen. We should have 3 4 5 and then 1 2 will be there. So we need a little modification in our array. So here same function we added one line, so that is I equal to d mod length of a. So length of a is 5, so d is 4, so 4, sorry, it is 7, so d is 7 mod 5. So when mod operator we have used, so we will get result as the remainder. So when 7 is divided by 5, so you will get 2. So here our I is 2. So from index position 2 up to the end. So index position 2 is 0, 1, 2. So from index position 2 means 3, 4, 5 will be there, and from index position 1 up to the 2, so 1, 2 will be there. So you will get 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2. So this program is a generalized program, and this will work for any number of elements in your array. Plus it is optimized code. Your code complexity is reduced because we haven't used a for loop here. So when we take the input integer for the list using this map function and the split we are using here, so we have entered again 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space and 5. So first it will split that into the list, and we are using that list into the map function, so that each and every element of the list will be converted into the integer, so that you will get a array in a single line. So this array is a array of integer here. Then we are taking the number of rotation in the D, and we will make the use of this function. So we have called this function using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 7 is the number of rotation. So result is 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and which is absolutely correct. So in this way we can solve many more programs using Python. So this is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe our channel. We will be back with some more Python interview hack. Till then, goodbye.